Okay, so continuing on now here on part two. Welcome back. Another thing that it was created besides anger was sadness. Experiencing loss of that loved one, ending of a relationship, and sadness against unexpected, unmet expectations. That was created. Definitely embarrassment and self-conscious and awkward and humiliating situations. I used to be like, I didn't want to tell nobody what was going on in my house because I've had people who, quote unquote, were supposed to be my friend, quote unquote. You see, I keep saying quote unquote. Supposed to be my friend that went back and told the business that was going on in my house like it was their business to tell. And I felt socially awkward after a while because here it is. Now we're older. I'm older and I moved out of my grandparents' house and I'm experiencing grammar school and I'm now experiencing people telling other people my business. I'm moving into high school and people telling that my dad and my mom fight like crazy. And like that's embarrassing, especially when for me and then for my siblings as well, when our mom works at the school and the so-called friends that I thought was your friends, they use that shit as a way to say like, ha, like that's how your mama, like that's embarrassing. That's really highly embarrassing. And I never could tell anybody what it was. And then when I did, I felt shameful and I just wanted to hide. Like it was times where I would want to leave and go back to my cousin's house or something for the weekend, and that would be my plan on Friday, and some shit'll pop off in the house and now I gotta cancel my plans and I didn't already tell people I'm leaving. So now I feel like I'm hiding in my room because people can see the light on in my room type of thing, or and I'm feeling ashamed because I don't feel safe to leave my siblings because they weren't always going with me. Them being 6 and 8 years younger than me, they weren't always going with me. So therefore, like, I was feeling ashamed and like embarrassed. And then to find out that a supposed to been friend had just like put my mom's business out there because they witnessed the shit, like that's embarrassing, like it was embarrassing. And things I did as a kid and I still do today, when I have these emotionals and these childhood wounds and problems that come about, I'll play songs and listen to music and anything to like center myself back again, go for a walk, take a long shower, take a bath, and just like let my emotions, just feel all my emotions and what they is, and sunbathe, write a poem, write a story. I have been writing. I was just writing before I started my video, drawing, just randomly drawing, just figuring some things out. Some affirmations is that I know I repeat to myself, I deserve happiness. My needs and my feelings are valid. Even when I don't feel like I feel that I'm speaking and my feelings don't seem like they matter, and not, and some people say, oh, cancers can be very manipulative. Like, we understand everybody's feelings. We understand everybody's emotions. We understand everything that everybody is going through because we go through it and we're the toughest ones to go through it. But here I am seeking validation from you that my feelings matter to you just as much as you want your feelings to matter to me. Whatever conversation it is. And that shit shows up into relationships. I remind myself all the time that I honor the child within me. Like, my nickname was Kia Poo. And baby, when I tell y'all, my grandma started that. And Kia Poo was this sassy little girl that tell people to have boundaries. Like, leave me alone. Like, my grandma taught me to tell people to leave me alone and stand up for myself. And all of these things that came about later on, I didn't have that fear anymore. I had fear differently, where I didn't feel like I could stand up for myself and I couldn't defend myself. They tell you here more in this book about trust affirmations, and this is one that I repeat to myself all the time. I let go of past betrayals and open my heart to trust again, no matter what situation. No friend, no relationship, no situationship, no nothing. Even my parents, like, I let all that go because that wasn't my journey. That was a part of my journey and my experience. But I let go of past betrayals and open my heart to trust again. I keep trusting in life. I keep trusting in love. I keep trusting. My greatest grandmother had 5 different husbands. Like, are you kidding me? So she clearly kept her heart open to keep trusting again, even though it was a repeated cycle and a repeated thing that kept happening. I trusted my journey and I embraced the uncertainty with courage. So I am really trusting this journey, and I keep embracing all this uncertainty with the best courage that I can, because that's the only thing that I know how to do. Those guilt affirmations to help yourself is: I release myself from any weight of unnecessary guilt. I accept my past decisions and learn from them with compassion. I have learned from every relationship, every friendship, every situationship, everything, every co-workers, everything that was created. I have learned so much, and I have compassion for them, and I have compassion for myself. And I choose to forgive myself. I tell myself that every day. Like, if I have a thought, if I have a mindset, like, man, I'm just not where I want to be, I'm just not in the space that I want to be, like, I have to forgive myself for all of the things, because I'm living in an experience just like everybody else. I'm living in this world, and I want to create my heaven on earth. And I had heaven on earth when I was a kid, and it just started to go around. Those neglect wounds, I deserve to be seen, heard, and cared for. Like, I'm in my most vulnerable state, and I say it all the time. Like, I deserve to be seen, heard, and cared for. And learn how to accept it. A lot of people, you can say it, but you have to learn how to accept these things too. Like, so you can't just say that I deserve it. You have to feel that you deserve it. And sometimes I'm not even going to front and act like I don't. Like, I sometimes don't feel like I deserve it. When I feel those abandonment wounds resurfacing, I have to remind myself I'm not alone. I am a part of a universe that supports me and nurtures me. That's an affirmation I say all the time to remind myself that I am not alone. When I do feel away, like, I do rub my dad. Like, you guys see in a couple of my videos where when I'm feeling emotional in a way, or I'm feeling alone, I tend to rub my dad. I had a period where I didn't even wear this around my neck because I didn't think that I was alone. But then emotionally, mentally, and spiritually, I have been feeling on and off, like, alone, you know. And that's why I said I'm so grateful to have recreated a deeper bond with my brother, somebody that went through the things that in the house with me, and I'm working on it with my little sister just as well. So that's, you know, another thing, to help those things out and say your affirmations of self-love. This is, I say all the time, I am a valuable person, an important person. I am valuable and an important person. I am valuable and an important person. I am enough just as I am. I feel sometimes like, man, I'm just not enough. Like, you know, maybe my relationships and my situations have not prospered and grew the way that I envisioned them to grow, is because I didn't feel like I was enough. Like, I was just too much. I've actually been told I was too much, and it bothered me, and I did feel down. Like, it put me through mentally, physically, and emotionally depression. Like, so I felt that I wasn't enough. And I'm not even gonna front. I'm scared to lock my hair up because I was so used to having short hair, and I went through a lot of figuring out who I was and on and off. And short hair got me one way, and these locks, like, this is embracing me and my journey. This is embracing my journey of this healing, of getting to know myself. To help your nervous system get back, another affirmation that I'll say is, my mind is calm and my body is relaxed. So if I just feel myself having an anxiety about something, a thought comes to my mind, I'll literally say it. Or my other one is, I am in control of my responses to stress. And just breathe, just breathe, just breathe. Do a little meditation and try to ease my anxiety back down, because I'm battling. Like, a lot of these things weren't even a factor as I was going through life. Like, none of these things were even talked about, thought about. And when I talked about it on my last video with the Kundalini, like, when you activate your Kundalini and you going through these different things that you don't know, the vast of heavy emotions, some of these suppressed emotions and memories, I totally freaking forgot about. Like, I didn't even think about it as I'm moving through life. So now how it integrates, all the childhood integrates into your relationship, it goes to expressing your needs. Like, it'll help you learn how to express your needs and listen more actively. Like, I am an active listener for other people's problems, but I noticed myself after a while, if I hear you say the same thing too many times and you're looking for a reciprocation, or you're looking for a response, and I'm giving you an answer based off of my truth, and you're steady saying the same thing, I'll have that problem where I no longer actively listen. And that's a problem. And it became a problem in my relationships. Being patient and respectful. I am very patient and very respectful. And then I know those childhood traumas come back up, and it be like, man, fuck that, you know? It helps you. It doesn't help you hold a lack of accountability if you don't heal those childhood traumas in your relationships. And I'll keep saying it. I had a problem with holding myself accountable for my behavior, my actions, and the impact on the relationships, and it progressing and other issues. I had a couple of gut feelings about certain things, and I did not pay attention to them. Those childhood wounds that are now coming out. Not trusting and having a hard time trusting based off of some of the other things that I saw my father do. Some of the other things that I knew my father was doing. Hell, some of the things that I knew my mother was doing. And some of the things my mother was doing didn't make me trust in myself, didn't make me feel secure in a relationship. And, you know, it makes you go into these relationships where you're reflecting and you're being exactly what you saw in a relationship, and you don't even know that that's what you're doing. And you could be having some of the greatest possible relationships with people, and shit'll just go down the drain. Like, it'll go down the drain. It makes you become infatuated with people, infatuated with things. It does make you fall in love, but you fall in love with the person that you have now either put a mask on to be, or the person or the good qualities of you, those playful children qualities of you that has now come out. So it can transpire in that way. And when you really fall in love with somebody, you want to create a healing bond with them and not a trauma bond. Those trauma bonds are where we have nothing to talk about. We have nothing in common. All we have to do is bond on all of our bullshit and all of our trauma. Like, you can tell me your problems, you can tell me your life and tell me your past, but if I'm gonna help you be your therapist, and be your partner, I expect that same situation where we help each other grow. Like, is these relationships, is it only being built off the trauma, or is it being built off of you guys actually healing those things and letting go of the ego? Because that's all this is ego. Like, it's an ego that you have now built up to be this adult, because your dad had an ego, your mom had an ego, your dad had pride, your mom had pride. And are you really putting in the effort to doing this, to accept this? They say the grass is greener on the other side. Yes, sometimes the grass is greener on the other side. I have had a situation where I literally got my grass greener on the other side. But there's also where, if your grass is green on that side, how much are you watering that grass? Are you watering that grass and so you can, and it's greener where you water it? Is it worth your effort to do that?